There's such a big hole that gets poked in the air.
Got trouble here. One of them off track through the grass. That's John Hunter Nemechek. Can he save it and keep it off the wall?
Keep it locked. Keep it locked.
Unbelievable job to keep that thing off the fence. First caution of the day. Comes out with 12 laps complete.
Yeah, and that's just an extremely lucky situation there, because not only should the splitter be ripped off of that thing like you see so many times, but just coming through the tri-oval here and
that shows you how hard the tri-oval is. I mean, he was all by himself. He tried to cut to the bottom and the truck got away from him.
Yeah, the cars and trucks get so light through that tri-oval edge. You just have to turn the wheel just a little bit, and the back end just gets light. He just got into a spot in the middle right there where there was just no air on the truck, and he just spun out.
And he never gave up, though. He was in the grass sideways, and he just worked hard to keep that thing off the inside wall. Now he's going to have to be smart about how he gets back to pit road. Those tires blow out. It could tear up his whole truck.
Won at Chicago a few weeks ago. The son of Joe Nemechek. Turned 18 in June. Problems early for John Hunter Nemechek here at Talladega. We're under caution. But he's led the most laps today, which right now would put him in line for a couple of bonus points, and here's the reason we're under caution.
Just in the pack, and he tried to drive to the bottom. It's a whole lot like what we saw John Hunter. Looked like try to turn the truck down, and they just get loose when you do that, especially on the flat of the front straightaway or into the tri-oval, and then hard impact into the safer barrier. That safer barrier that he hit has now been expanded by some 8,000 feet around this racetrack, all down the back straightaway, Kevin. There's safer barrier there. Really thank the track and NASCAR for all they do.
17, and he'll be the first one off pit road.
And contact there. Brandon Jones looked like might have gotten a piece of John West Townley.
Anywhere at this super speedway. You can see Townley pulling out. He's got Sauter on his outside. Must have not known Sauter was there. Spotter probably yelled at the last second, got one on the outside. They made contact. He'll probably have to come back to pit road and look at that right front fender.
There's Brandon Jones behind him after the contact. As you pointed out, Michael, Sauter got him on the way by. And a little bit of damage on the right front for Townley there. And look who's coming in the third lane leading the charge. On board with Matt Crafton. 91 into the wall. That's Stanton Barrett. Caution again.
Yeah, Matt Crafton was involved in that crash, guys. Our point contender Crafton was a part of that.
Crafton was going to lay back no more, getting very aggressive in that outside lane. Stanton Barrett scored in the 20th position when he hit the wall, and it appears there's some damage for that 88 on the left front.
Oh, Barrett just tried to change lanes, and it was Crafton who was a victim of that bad decision. Just so you know, that wasn't the spotter's fault. Sometimes when you're in these trucks, you got to make decisions on your own to change lanes. Barrett thought he was clear. Obviously he wasn't.
5 laps to go or less. Going to be one heck of a finish at Talladega.
Bounce all over the place.
54 posted, pass through penalty, pushing it. Here's the big one down the back straightaway at Talladega.
Matt Crafton in it.
And he just knew it had to happen at some point. It was just too tight. There was too much pushing and shoving, and finally it all just broke loose.
So NASCAR felt Christopher Bell too aggressive in pushing at the front of the field when he was tucked in right behind Brandon Jones.
You know what the shame of that is, though? They went by Brian Keselowski by pushing like that. Brian lost his chance to win the race. NASCAR didn't think that that was too much pushing, so they black flag Bell.
And Matt Crafton's day just unraveled in the last 20 laps with everything that's happened, and it resulted in that.
Oh, it looked like that. The Johnny Sauter truck, I think, was in the middle, and someone didn't know he was there.
Yeah, it was the 51 truck, Mike. It looked like he was on the top 3 wide there and started to come down over the cross of over the front of Johnny Sauter's nose, and that's really what triggered the whole accident.
Yeah, that 51 of Matt Tifft got turned around riding backwards. Saw damage for Tyler Tanner in the 63. Another look here.
See, there was Sauter right on the tailgate of the 51, and then look, Crafton just almost squeaked by the outside but couldn't quite make it.
94 of Timmy Hill in that mix. We go on board with Tyler Reddick. What did he see?
This should give us a great view. You can see Sauter very aggressively up the middle.
Line up out there. You go,
There
buddy.
just
Keep coming,
wasn't
get low,
room.
get low, get low. Keep coming there. Keep coming low, 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 low. Watch that 98. Caution's going to be out. Caution's going to be out. You're clear up. Great job.
On board with Matt Crafton.
Switching, I believe. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Record. Stay straight, stay straight.
He
We got it,
just
Junior.
missed getting through there.
Yellow's out.
And
Yellow's out.
I like what
Yeah,
Crafton
those guys right
did.
in front of us.
He just left the hammer down. He knew if he was going to make it through, that was his only
He
chance.
just got formed so much better, so much quicker than the inside, and now Peters goes on defense.
Oh, problems. Gallagher out of shape.
They're wrecking.
Into John
Keep
West
coming.
Townley.
Keep
Peters stays out front. No caution yet.
Those trucks are well out of harm's way. NASCAR's decided to let these boys
Caution is out,
the caution.
and that will do it. Timothy Peters going to go back-to-back at
Watch,
Talladega.
he tries to dive to the bottom, and Townley's in the back of him. And when he tries to make that turn right there, the truck just wouldn't hold it.
Well, a tough break for John West Townley, who had such an up-and-down day and was in position for another top 5 on board with the race leader.
23.
I think right there, Gallagher saw Peters crowding up. He decided he was going to block him.
Riding with John West Townley.
Push, bump, that push, just bump. Get off and bump. It's got to bump. Let off. Bump. There you go. Keep coming. All right, I see what you got.
I don't think that was anything John West did wrong.
No, I think when Peters went up to throw the block right there, it just kind of made Spencer have to decide, okay, am I going to push him or am I going to try to pass him and win this race? And he was going for the pass to try to win, and that's what we like to see.
Our results right now on our scoring monitor, very unofficial. Timothy Peters gets the win. Brandon Jones, Mason Mingus getting or matching their best career finish.
Is that Mingus slipping through on the outside? He might have been into the back of John West Townley. We talked about it. You throw the green, you put it on the floorboard and hang on.
And he doesn't come off of pit road. Drivers behind him do. And this one having issues. That's Casey Mears in the 13. Couldn't slow down enough. Getting onto pit road. Damage to the back of that car. It looks as though there has been some contact between another car and the 13 of Casey Mears.
You see the 20, actually the 38 of Gillen hit the 13, got the 13 going way fast he wanted to go, could not get slowed down. 13's in the grass, will probably have a penalty for speed.
The drivers would be perhaps dishonest.
Oh, and smoke rolling out from behind the 51 of Justin Allgaier. And the caution will come out. That is saving Dale Earnhardt Jr. potentially, as he just went a lap down. He is the highest scored car 1 lap down, just in front of Martin Truex Jr. Has to be disheartening for Martin Truex Jr. We'll wait to see the official score.
No, I think the 88 still in the lead.
If he makes it with 5 laps to go, it doesn't matter.
Smoking coming out of the 1 of Jamie McMurray. McMurray with smoke under the hood. And the caution comes out. Under 5 laps to go, the engine expires for Jamie McMurray. The caution will come out. Remember, 1 attempt at a green-white checker finish.
No, I don't have any power steering.
Day. The 1 of Jamie McMurray up in the second line, and you'll see the smoke starting to roll out from behind him.
And what a good job by everybody, not to have a wreck right there. You see Ricky Stenhouse is on his rear bumper. I mean, everybody did a really good job. To have a car slow down that abruptly in front of the pack and not to have a wreck, that's amazing.
1 attempt at a green-white checker finish. Joey Logano, race leader. Dale Earnhardt Jr. second. Coming into the NBC Sports restart zone. Spins his tires. Green flag back in the air. Around goes to 48. And the caution is out. That will now determine who wins this race. They're saying, NASCAR saying it never went green as they were spinning. They hadn't actually gone green yet, so that was not an attempt. It's what we're hearing from NASCAR. Take another look.
So usually enter the zone. the 22 Logano has trouble getting going, and then everybody behind him just stacked up.
There you see, and the caution flag waves before they reach the start-finish line. Therefore, the race was never put under green flag condition. So this was not their first attempt.
So look at Jimmy Johnson trying to push Paul Menard. Paul Menard trying to push the 2 Keselowski. Here we come to the restart zone on the bottom of the racetrack. Everybody's starting to bunch up. Everybody wants to push each other. The 78 ended up pushing the 48 so hard he pushes him around, gets him spun out.
And the 4 had already moved to the outside line because he couldn't get up to speed. That was not the one attempt at the green-white checker. Let's listen in to Joey Logano's radio.
You gotta be freaking kidding me. That's an attempt. The green flag waved. The green flag's out. That's an attempt. Come on.
And of course, Joey Logano wants that to be the case because he was in front. Take another look. The green light is on. And look at the flag man. The green and then right to the yellow before they got to the start-finish line.
So I think Joey Logano was right that the green flag was waving, but NASCAR never said that the leaders never got across the start-finish line, so the green flag or the track was never put back in a green flag condition. The 4 of Kevin Harvick said he had a hard time accelerating. You see there he doesn't go. The 6 goes to the outside, and the 4 catches him in the bumper, spinning the 6, but behind them there's even more contact.
95, Michael McDowell involved. Numerous cars involved in this one.
So right here we see they're under green flag. NASCAR's looking at the track trying to determine if these cars can drive off. It's very important to see who the leader is when the light comes on.
Caution comes out, and that's how close it is to determine who wins this race.
And not just who wins, it's the entire chase field. The 18, 31, 4, all right on edge. Where will they end up?
The 4 checked up, tried to get up, caught the 6, and then a chain reaction behind him.
And the 4 car had a major engine issue, could not keep up. Everybody had to try to go around him. We talked about it before the restart started. He couldn't go to the back of the pack. He had to stay where he was. If he'd have gone to the back, he would not have transferred. He would not have done it. So him staying in the middle of the pack created a scenario that this all happened, but he had no choice.
And you see right here the 11, heavy contact into the 14, ending his day.
A lot of cars stopped just past the start-finish line. This was the restart as everything was happening behind them. Joey Logano in front of the 88 when the caution came out. One more look. $12 cars involved in this, the big one. We're going to continue to wait until NASCAR gives us the 8 names.
Matt Kenseth was right in the middle of that final wreck, but Matt, really the drama's even started for you early in this race. I know you were upset with Joey Logano, the eventual winner, throughout. What are your thoughts on how this Talladega race played out?
You know, it was a pretty tough ending. You know, the 4-0 knew he was blowing up, and you know, told everybody he's going to stay in his lane. Well, he did that so somebody could get outside of him and he could cause the wreck to finish the race. So we got tore up 2 weeks in a row trying to make it. We weren't going to make it anyway. We weren't fast enough to run up front today, but it's disappointing. It wasn't really racing. To be honest with you, there's just a lot of games going on, and you can hardly blame a guy for doing it. He's either going to make it if he does that, you know, and wreck some people going slow, or he's not going to make it if it goes green for 2 laps. But I don't know. It just feels like we kind of lost control on this situation. I hope we can get back to racing next week and everybody going fast and trying to win.
In a season where you had 5 wins and showed so much strength early in this chase, how do you reconcile with that now being out after round 2?
Well, we have 5 wins so far. I feel like we got a great race team. These DeWalt guys, Dollar General, got great partners. I'm looking forward to going to Martinsville. We're going to go there, and you know, hopefully we can be up front and get us a couple more wins here before the year's over.
All right, thank you, Matt. Mike?
And Kelly, Denny Hamlin just walked out of the care center, and obviously a disappointed driver staring at the scoring right now, which is unofficial. First off, let's start with that last restart and the crash. What happened?
4 could only run about 30 miles an hour, so I think he saw people coming, and he knew he was probably going to be 30th last car on the lead lap, so caused a wreck, and, you know, that's nor here nor there. We had a self-inflicted day. It took us 4 times to get our roof fixed, and unfortunate. I mean, feel like I've done everything I possibly could do to advance, but the you know, just one bad race in a 3-race season obviously takes you out. So it's frustrating knowing that we very well could have won next week, but I don't know, I really can't spend any positive on it right now.
I want to ask you about the roof flap. It seemed like an odd situation. What happened there?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what broke or whatever, but just it peeled up. And what's frustrating is, I guess, they didn't tell us we had to come in, but we came in and tried to fix it. We didn't get it fixed. We tried to come in again and get it fixed. We didn't fix it, and went a bunch of laps down. So that's tough, but you know, we'll just move on to next year.
Thanks for your time in a very difficult situation.
Thank you.